What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Off the Record. Before we begin, I would like to thank Sheraton Atakoy for having us here today. And now let me announce my co-host, my brother, my teammate, Mr. Elijah Bryant.
Appreciate you having me. I'm excited for our guest today, two-time Lithuanian champion, all Turkish League in 2023. Unfortunately, last year he beat us in the championship and got MVP as well. Friend, competitor, not teammate, Nigel Hayes-Davis.
What's up, my brother? Glad to have you, my guy. Glad to have you, my guy.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
So, brother.
Not excited to be here because you just beat us yesterday.
Shout out President's Cup.
Yeah,
we needed
so
that.
Not super excited, but
We're
here.
Said
We're
we
here with
should
love.
have brought the trophy and wore our medals, but it's all good.
I would have loved that. I would have loved that.
All right, so obviously, let's start. This summer, you had a very, very interesting experience with the USA Select team.
I was jealous, to be honest.
Yeah, that was a really dope thing. How did that come about, and how was the experience?
They had whatever like intercope thing they had with America and like South America, it was Puerto Rico or something like that. My agent was down there for those games. We were in season last year during that point, and my agent was like, "Hey, for the select team, Nigel." And they're like, "Okay, we'll look into it." And then time goes by, and then after we won last year the championship, my agent called me and was like, "Hey, add on some good news.
Really?
You want to do this opportunity? Absolutely. Would love to do it." I didn't know what I needed to do, but just wanted to do it. And then it ended up being the greatest 3 weeks of my life. I've never been happier in my entire life. And the only sad thing about it is I feel like I've reached a level of happiness during that time that like I'll be chasing the rest of my life. But it was the greatest experience that I've ever had. Tremendous.
So I'll say this. I remember you posted something on your story, and then you don't have to share this if you don't want to, but you posted Steph was sitting across from you, and you asked him, correct me if I'm wrong, what is your cheat sheet, or what is your, and he was writing stuff down. Are you able to share that with us?
Well, yeah, so when we got there in Vegas, I talked to all the guys, I have no problem giving people compliments at all. So, like, regardless of if they're younger than me, older than me, best in the world or not, like, sharing love and positivity. So it was like, Steph, by the way, like, I wanted to talk to you because the thing Steph does, I feel like you can get close to replicating. Like, LeBron is 6'9", 250. Like, there's
like legit.
There's maybe one of those humans ever, maybe two. Yeah. KD, again, unicorn. Anthony Edwards, again, unicorn. Like, you can't replicate some of the gifts that these people have, but Steph relies on his work, his ability to train, recover, and mental preparation. So I wanted to talk to him like what I could steal. So throughout the whole 3 weeks, finally last day in London after the game, we finished the game, went upstairs to eat, and then he came down, and then because I told him, I said, I'm gonna know you like a little brother about it, and he was like, cool, let's sit down now. So I told him I brought a notebook so I could write it down, and he was like, no, just give it to me. So like he grabbed the notebook and was like, all right, what's your questions? And I was like,
All
right, so I was like, boom. So I just started asking him questions like, all right, what do you do for conditioning? What do you do for sleep? What's your like recovery thing? Do you cold tub? Do you contrast? How many hours do you sleep? Do you do yoga? How do you stretch? What vitamins do you take? And just like going down the list of everything that he could do. Like, what is your in-season training? What do you do off-season? Like, what do you do pre-game? What is your shooting routines for a game? In between, what do you do if you're in a slump? Like, he's just
really broke everything down.
Like, what are some of your workouts that you do? And he's like, well, and then he's like, I'm actually happy you had me write them down because like I've never seen them written down before. Like my trainer just tells me to do them and I do them, but he was like, I've never written them down myself and looked at them. So like as he's writing it down, his security guard that was with him, he ends up taking a picture of it because Steph was like, take a picture of these because like I've never seen it like written down before. And then he takes a picture of it, and then I'm like, as I'm sitting there, throughout that whole 3 weeks, like the last 2 years of my life, I've focused on living in the moment with everything. So like as I'm sitting there, I'm sitting across from Steph, like,
just embracing it.
The guys won't believe this. They won't believe this when I tell them what's happening right now. And just watching him just write down stuff. He's like, yeah. And then we're talking about like what books he likes to read, like what he does. the stuff for hydration. Like I started drinking coconut water last year during. I did Ramadan with two of my teammates, Tariq and Amin, are both Muslim. So like I did Ramadan with them, and right before the games, we'd be back there, eating, and I saw coconut water was like really good for like quick hydration. And then I asked him, "Do you drink coconut water?" And then he's like, "It's crazy. My wife told me that. She would tell me all the time." And then Steph came out. Steph was like, I went home one time and was like, "Hey, I heard like, what is it, drink coconut water?" She was like, "Yeah, the stuff in the fridge all the time. Like I literally have it in the fridge for you all the time." And he was like, "She already had it for me." And I was like, "Damn." So he was just talking about everything. Like I have the notepad in my apartment, and I just go through and like look at stuff. Like I've changed my pregame shooting routines, the stuff I do. Like if I go back to the gym at night, and it's just different stuff that his trainer has done with him. He's picked up from over the years, different workouts he does, and like everything that can like increase his longevity and then give him the edge. And the biggest thing for him and what I've always taken pride in and more now is just like conditioning. Like it's not the best player that wins or the best player that plays the best. It's the player that plays the best the longest. Right. So if you got one quarter in you and you're like, damn, he was killing that first quarter, but then you're tired, like, all right, that's it for you. To be great, to be in these echelons of these greats, like you need to be able to do that for 4 quarters and then the overtime. And then you got to be able to do that next week. In our case, you got to be able to do that in a double week. And you got to go do that on Saturday because we just had a double week, but then we play Ephes. So now it's like you got to do 3 tough games. Like, is your cardio there? Is your recovery there? Is your sleep there? And then, like, getting it from someone who everyone unanimously agrees is, like, the upper echelon of cardio and body maintenance. Like, to get that stuff from him is
So out of everything that he gave you, what was the one thing that you were like, I didn't expect this? Like, we all know ice tub. We all know, your electrolytes. We all know, okay, we learned coconut water. What were you like, wow, I didn't think of that? So
there's a sleeping app he uses. And he was like, yeah, so this is the app I use. And he said, I go to sleep with it all the time. And then he was like, even it's like, they have, and then he just gets out his phone. He's like, yeah, so now it's like, he's looking, and I'm still in my mind, I'm going,
this stuff crazy.
This is unbelievable. Like, there's like the first day I got over like the stardom. It was like, damn, you see, wow. I'm texting my boys, y'all won't believe it. So the first day I was like over the stardom. And then after that, it was just like, everybody's, one of the guys, they're all cool. But then that time it came back because I'm like, that's Steph Curry, bro. Steph Curry is showing me his phone app right now about the sleep app he uses. And he was like, yeah, so like sometimes when we have games we're like, like, hey, we 82 games. Sometimes we play that back to back to back and it's the last team in the league. And sometimes, and he's like, yeah, so I use this app. I listen to this before the game. And so I'm like, so when you're not really like feeling it, like you listen to this before a game and then you go out and you get 30. It's like, sometimes I'm like, oh my God. So stuff like that, like I didn't expect him to like share, but everything he did is like, this is what I do for shooting. This is my conditioning, and it's not easy, by the way. That conditioning is insane.
What does he do for conditioning?
So one of the biggest surprises that he's like, he doesn't run on the treadmill. So like I was thinking it's gonna be like a lot of treadmill work because you hear a lot of guys talk about running on the treadmill, and he's like all his cardio is like in the midst of his like working out. So like he wants all the cardio to be like
game reps.
Like I'm sprinting, if I'm doing something, it's sprinting for shots. I'm sprinting to shoot, and like I'm sprinting to do something with basketball. And then at the end he may do like some extra running, and like so I was like, all right, cool. So like this whole summer and like even after practice, the stuff he does after practice, like when we'd finish practice, he has his routine. So if it was an easy practice, he has a routine, medium routine. It was hard routine. And like I was on his hip, like, you ready? Like after practice, I'll sit next to him. You ready? I'm here, whatever you need. And then just sit there and just watch him do it. And then he's like, yeah, so, and then he wrote all of it down. He was like, yeah, so like, it's these shots here, and then I'm like, this is unbelievable. Amazing. It's literally unbelievable.
That's
unbelievable.
Sure
so outside of Steph, obviously LeBron's there, KD's there. Who was another guy that kind of took you under his wing and opened his arms to you, or would you say everybody was kind of that way?
Everybody was nice. Everybody was cool. I mean, besides like my interactions with Steph, I was with Bam most of the time. Like after practice and stuff, me and him, like we were kicking it together all the time. Like we went to, like in Abu Dhabi, we went to see their mosque down there. We went to the Burj Khalifa in Dubai and in Abu Dhabi. So we were like hanging out together most of the time. And then like the times that were like the most like unbelievable were like being on the bench. Because it was always like I was always texting my mom or my family or my guys like, bro, these last years in Europe, like every time you're on the bench, it's just like anger and tension. It's like you're sitting next to somebody and somebody's like, oh, yelling because somebody scored or so you didn't score and everyone's mad and the coaches turn around like, what is he doing? Or like, you didn't see Shane just do that? Why would you go? And it's just like everything is like this. Yeah. And then like I'm sitting on the bench next to KD and we're just sitting there and he's like, shit, what up, Nigel, bro? And we looking at some shit, and then like Bron gonna do his little dunk. Bron does his little dunk and does this, and everybody's like, ah! And then we sit back down. He said, they need to put that shit on 2K, bro. Like that needs to be his thing. Like everybody, and we're just like, everything was just. I rediscovered and discovered like a level of joy for basketball that I didn't know I had or I hadn't seen in a while since being in Europe. Because there's no joy playing basketball in Europe.
Very stressful.
Like when you're playing the game, like it's very, you know what I'm saying? Like it's very intense. Like, there's no moment where like if something happens, there's like there's a little break of joy. It's never any of that. It's just
high stress all the time.
Yeah, the whole time. But like in those games, you're sitting there and like we're just laughing about this or some like Steph does something cool and everyone's like, as soon as Steph shoots a three, all of us stand up and we're like, you know, like none of that happens. Like.
And you're doing that with like the best players in the world at the moment, so it's like. Or
like we're playing these games and it's like my moment of like trying to be like working on my. I gave up being humble, but because it's bad universal practice. But like I'm sitting there watching guys play on their national teams, and I'm like. Man, bro, I was born in the wrong country, bro. 100%, I'm telling you.
100%.
I'm watching, and there's no disrespect, but like I'm watching guys that's like played you last year, cooked.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. And KD is like, you know him? I say,
handle him.
That's sick. I was sitting there like, hey, Cap, bro.
Yeah.
Right. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I was born in the wrong country, bro. I was.
So. Let's go off that then, because we always have this debate on our team of, do you think it's easier to get drafted being from another country?
I would say yes.
100%, right?
Would you agree? I would say yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, they want to discover the next thing. So the ability to find somebody from a different country, bring them over there and have some level of success, is like now you make a name for yourself as a guy who discovered X or Y or Z. So I think, obviously, the exposure is different because I think in college and high school, you are seen everywhere in the States. But when it comes to the draft, I think people nowadays especially are taking more risk and more chances on, European guys. And I think that's kind of the trend of where things are going. So
100%. What, being from Ohio, what was life like for Nigel Hayes-Davis growing up in Ohio?
The first sport I ever played was football, and I hated football. My mom and stepfather forced me to play football. I couldn't stand it. But she always wanted us to play sports. Middle class family had everything I needed, and the stuff I wanted, my stepfather got for me, despite my mom saying I didn't need it. Which greatest man I've ever met. We'll talk about that later. But it was just always work, and then it's like, hey, what do you want to do in life? I changed a lot of things. Like when I was younger, I wanted to be a demolition expert. Then I wanted to be a sniper.
Really?
And I did, bro. I was watching some documentary and I was like, oh, to be a sniper would be amazing. Okay. And then I was like, I don't want to kill people. And then I was like, I want to be a forensic scientist because I was watching Criminal Minds and Reed was my favorite character. I was like, oh, that'd be cool to solve crimes. And then, it's playing sports over the time and it's like, hey, whatever you want in life, obviously you got to work hard. So then like just kept grinding it out, playing basketball, doing school. AAU, some of the greatest times of your life.
Who do you play with?
The All Ohio Red.
Of course.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So just hooping. Went to college. Funny story about that. I didn't even want to go to Wisconsin. My mom picked Wisconsin.
Really? Where'd you want to go?
I wanted to go to Ohio State.
Of course.
Of course, obviously.
The Ohio State.
True, that's what they say. But now I don't care because I didn't go there.
True that.
So, but you know, whatever situation with recruitment, they felt, you know, I wasn't good enough to go there or whatever, and you know, my mom saw that as she was like, "Yeah, we're gonna disrespect my baby." Yeah. So she was like, "I'm off that."
Rightfully so. Right.
So like when I committed to Wisconsin, I didn't want to go there. I called Bo and was like, "All right, yeah, I'm coming here." I was not happy to go there at all. Yeah. And I only picked it because my mom. And was she right? Oh man! So I always listen to mom. So turned out to be a tremendous 4 years of college. The only thing I was missing was a national championship. Other than that, it was an excellent 4 years of life.
When did you start? So you wanted to be a demolition expert, then a sniper, then a forensic scientist. When did you start thinking, all right, like college basketball? Like when did you get your first offer? When did you start feeling like you could go play at that level?
Probably like freshman, for 8th grade summer, you know, freshman year. Because the team under like All Ohio, the guys that were playing on the 17U was like Jared Sullinger, right. And that team was like unbelievable. I think
all those guys went to Ohio State too.
Like those guys, that 3-year span that they were in high school together, they lost like maybe 7 games in AAU, which is incredible. So like watching them play, and it was like always the college coaches around, and it was like, you want to be like those guys, blah blah blah. So it was like, cool, like let's see about college basketball. So then that's why I was like, I want to go to Ohio State. Obviously, we're Ohio State football fans growing up. I'm from Ohio, so didn't happen like I said, but extremely happy with my mother's decision to go to Wisconsin.
Mothers are always right, that's for sure. Definitely. So you played 4 years at Wisconsin, and 2017 you go undrafted. And what was that? Did you expect to get drafted? Like, what was the feeling? Because I went undrafted too, so I'll be interested to hear how you felt and what was your mindset going after that.
Mindset, of course you wanted to, but like I wasn't. I should have left my sophomore year. If I left my sophomore year after like our second Final Four and championship run, I for sure would have been drafted just off of like the hype that was behind it. But staying 4 years, you know, you fall into that like, he's 4-year guy. Right. You fall into that. And then on top of that, like, I just, like playing at Wisconsin, it wasn't a place that prepared you for professional and NBA basketball. And like, I wasn't that good. And I didn't know how to play. Like there's guys with like less talent that I had, but they knew how to play in like a more up-tempo, catch and go type of thing. Like in Wisconsin, it was like
more team based.
You know, it was like the shot clock's 30 seconds. We need all 29 and a half before you do anything. Right. So like going undrafted my first year, I just wasn't, you know, that good at basketball. Like I didn't understand and know how to play the NBA game, how it is and how it even more is now. And ultimately after the first year of, you know, G League and then some 10 days with this team, 10 days with that team.
But you had your mom come out to your first game in New York, correct, right?
No, that was in LA.
LA.
Yeah, my first 10 day was with the Lakers and I had them come out to that. It was a amazing experience, you know, to be able to, for a parent, I don't have children, but I just know from watching her after the game, just seeing her child, you know, fulfill a dream.
Right, absolutely.
You know, it's the Lakers.
Yeah.
You know, put on the Lakers jersey and play and get on the court, and you know, she's there watching that. So like happy I had that moment. Happy I was able to have them there. But you know, that first year is just, be honest, like I wasn't ready or good enough to be there. So like in hindsight, that's a hindsight answer, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, so obviously you have that first year. When did you decide to make that jump to Europe, and was that a tough decision, or were you open to, you know, the experience at first?
It was a tough decision because I can't speak for everybody. I feel like most guys would have the same feeling. Like if you go to Europe, it's like you failed at your dream.
In a sense, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Like you failed at your dream. You grow up in America. I don't know anything about European basketball. I don't know anything about EuroLeague.
Because it's not promoted over in America.
Right. Yeah. So you know what you see, and it's not like there's disrespect towards it. You just literally don't know. Like I don't know about it. So it was like going overseas, and then I'm going to Turkey because I went to Galatasaray. And then
that was your first job?
Yeah.
Gala.
Went to Gala. So it's like.
Who was the coach at that time?
Ertuğrul. He's our assistant now.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Go to Gala and it's like, damn, like I failed, blah, blah, blah. Got to go to Europe. But like when I got here, like I came like with an open mindset. Like, you know, like before I even got here, I tried like, all right, let's try to learn the language. I don't know anything about Turkey. Let me try to learn Turkish. Right. So, you know, I landed Merhaba, you know, locked in, one word, what's up, y'all? And just trying to learn and grow. I mean, credit to my upbringing that I'm able to like have the character in mind I do of like wanting to learn, wanting to like
adapt,
ingratiate myself to people, I used to really want to be liked. Now I really don't care, but like at then, like it helped me adapt. It was like, okay, how can I like make sure I fit in here and everything's good? But it was it's a culture shock. Coming from America to Turkey is like, it's, you know, like this Europeanized, but it's not like going to like, you know, the other countries in
Germany,
Europe.
Spain.
So like, so it's a complete culture shock. I remember like, I'll never forget ever. I landed and I get out the airport and I'm looking at all these signs and I'm looking at these words like, what the, what is this? I have no idea what I'm reading.
It's the old airport too.
Yeah, the old airport, So I'm looking like, I'm driving down, like I got picked up in the little van and I'm looking like, bro, what? And it's the first time I've seen like the Muslim garments of women and men. So like I'm seeing all that and the differences in that. And there's like so many people and I'm like, there's just like so much stimuli at one time.
And you still got to go out there and perform. Too.
Yeah. So it was just like that car ride from the airport to the hotel when I first got here. Like I'll never forget that. Like, like damn.
I would say I have an experience like that too. Obviously, drafted, whatever. You spend I spent 3 years in the league first before I made my jump to Europe. Yeah. And when I get to Baskonia, I was living in Dallas. I was with the Knicks, and then I was with Brooklyn.
Big cities. Big city.
Then I signed in Spain. And I'm thinking like, all right, Spain, Baskonia, it's gonna be like big city, beautiful buildings, everything everywhere. And you land in Vitoria-Gasteiz. And no disrespect, wonderful place.
You can focus on basketball though.
You can focus on basketball, but I land and I'm like, where am I? Because they also speak a different language, Basque. So it's like, so many different things that hit you at one time. So I obviously I understand exactly how you feel because it's a culture shock. It's like, I signed up to come play basketball over here, but all the things that go into it, people don't really understand. It's not just basketball. It's so much outside of the court that you have to also deal with. So
yeah,
I completely agree.
I can agree with that too. I think you see players have these reactions overseas, but people don't understand what they're dealing with outside. Like just to get find a driver or a daycare for your kid. Like there's a lot that goes into it. I know my mom comes over here. She's always like, just go to the mall. It's like, okay, well first I need to set it up. I'm not gonna let you drive the car because that's not gonna work.
Absolutely not.
All right, so you spoke about your experience obviously in the NBA and then playing in the G League and coming overseas. Player in the G League, Juan Toscano Anderson, stated that no one wants to play in the EuroLeague, no one wants to play overseas, they want to play in the NBA, and they said that the G League is the second best league in the world. What is your response to that?
My response is being on a path of understanding. I don't fault him for that because I don't think he knows. I'm confident he doesn't know the talent of players that are over
but
here.
you know he played a year over here.
Where?
In Murcia. He was in Murcia for a year, I believe.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Fato,
fact check that. I'm pretty sure he was in Murcia for one season.
Were they in EuroLeague?
No, definitely not. I mean, it's ACB though, so it's like outside of
EuroLeague.
You know, like he had a taste of it, but Juan Toscano Anderson. But all right, go ahead, my bad.
I mean, I don't think he meant. I understand what he meant. It just came out wrong. But like the talent in Europe is. Like in the NBA, like the top 10 players, how many of them are European? I mean, you have a guy from Europe who just won 3 out of the last 4 MVPs. You have Luka, who arguably top 5. You have Sabonis, again, one of the best centers in the league. You have Giannis, who is Giannis. Like, you know, the league is being run or spearheaded almost, you know, by a majority of Europeans. And then you watch what happened in the Olympics. Like, if we didn't have the greatest shooter of all time, we might have lost to France. And did you see who was on the court for France? A lot of EuroLeague guys.
Yes, they
were.
It
catching up.
It wasn't the NBA guys that was carrying the torch for France.
on that pond.
Yeah, it was the EuroLeague guys. There was a lot of EuroLeague guys out there carrying France on. You know, no disrespect to the NBA guys on France's team, but you all watched it. So I don't. It's the talent is very very evenly dispersed. I mean, there's besides the unicorns in the NBA, the talent is the same.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So how would you compare the culture of basketball in Europe compared to the culture of basketball in the States, though? In terms of fans, passionate, coaching, all of it, just the culture of it, the entire thing. You said earlier it's much more enjoyable over there. It's much more stressful here. So what would you say the differences in the cultures are?
Yeah, so the joy factor in the NBA is like entertainment.
Right.
And then like that's why it makes so much money, because people want to be entertained, and you go to a game, you will be entertained. Absolutely. And that's, I mean, you're getting what you're paying. You're getting what you're paying for. People want to be entertained. You go, you see dunks, you see some shots, halftime shows, right, during timeouts, and put Snapchat face on the screen. You have the whole experience. Bring your kids. Yeah. Get some T-shirts. It's a whole experience. But I always tell my friends and everyone back home is like, you have to think of where the dynamic and makeup of sports in America and in Europe. In America, like right now, I'll be like, what's your favorite college team? Yeah. What's your favorite NBA team? NFL team? You watch baseball? Maybe you're a hockey fan. Women's basketball. Right. You got this. In Europe, you have football, soccer for you Americans, and you have basketball.
Absolutely.
So all that love that you have for college, all that love for an NBA team, all that love for an NFL team, all that love for this is dispersed.
Yeah, true that.
They have all of that for one team,
right,
and it's once a week.
Right.
So the craziness you see is because they only get one chance to go crazy for their team. Like I only get one chance. I can't watch college football. I can't watch the NBA. This is it right here. Yeah. Memphis is playing right now. I'm losing my mind. I've been at work all week. I'm tired of it. My boss annoying me. This is the one game I get. I'm yelling at everybody and their mama. Yeah. So like that passion, like you have to understand, like they only have two outlets, football and their basketball. Of course, there's other sports. I don't want to be disrespectful, but like you understand, like what the point I'm trying to make.
So with the culture of basketball, what's been your craziest? You said you're welcome to overseas and welcome to the airport. You got that moment. What's been the craziest thing on the court that's happened, where you're like, I'm playing overseas?
First year, bro, we went to Red Star. We went into that gym, and apparently the history of it, I don't know if this can be fact checked, but apparently between the Gala fans and the Red Star fans, like someone had died.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. One of the Red Star fans had died. I don't know what happened.
I don't know the coach, Yeah.
So, and like at the start of that game, there was like a giant poster.
Yeah, sure.
It was a giant like little poster they made for that man. And of course, I have no idea about this history. I'm just there, and I'm on the court, and it was the loudest game I've ever been to.
Sure.
And this is a small one, the small gym in Serbia. So I'm on there. I literally can't. I'm standing next to. I think I'm standing next to like Aaron Harrison or Zach August, and I'm like, this is absolutely crazy. And then they look at me. Right. Bro, they were singing like when they started announcing the players, they started singing and no one can hear their name. We're all looking like, just go, everybody just go. We don't know what they're saying. They're singing, the jump ball goes, they're still singing, and we're on the court like, and then when we walked into the game, I still had the videos on my phone. I sent them you walk into the game, there was like SWAT security lining the entire parking lot into the. This is the first time I've seen that. Yeah. So I'm walking through, I'm recording it like, is this like...
Am I going to the right place?
Like, what is this? There's like the whole military of Serbia is walking, letting us into this game.
Right.
And I was like, I'm really over here, huh? I'm really out here right now. So that was like one of the most shocking like moments that I've had. Like, that really is like, this is European.
That was in your first year?
Yes.
And now you've been over here for how many years now?
7 now.
7 years, a few years in Lithuania, a year in Spain, and now 4 years in Turkey. Obviously, starting that first year, and now you've reached the pinnacle of your league basketball. You played in the Final Four. How was that experience, and how was the fandom, I guess, at that, Final Four last year with that team, with those two teams that were playing, you against Panathinaikos, versus, the other things that you've taken part in?
I've kind of gotten used to it. Now, that first time, it was my first time seeing anything like that. So It was like, of course, the craziest thing ever. But everyone more or less can agree, like, Serbian and Greek fans are the craziest, rowdiest, if you will. But now it's just like, I don't pay attention to fans anymore, especially since these last 2 years, like, with the way I've played and the success I've had. And it's always like, you play in those games and you see people, like, they make the hand gestures and then, like, they say the things to you. And then, like, you see the same people on the street and they're like,
hello,
can I get a picture? Please come play for us. And then, like, after that started happening, like, my first year in Fener and, like, last year, once it started happening so much, I was like, it's not real, bro. That's not.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not. You only don't like me because of this jersey. Like, if I put on your team's jersey,
right,
biggest you'd be fan. Riding or dying, biggest fan. So, like, all of that, like, rah stuff is just like, you're gonna ask for a picture after the game. Yeah. So, like, I don't care that you're yelling at me and saying F you, and then, like, you're a fan and you're gonna DM me and be like, oh, bro, you had a good game though. Like,
can I have your jersey?
Yeah, exactly. Can I have your jersey? Come to our team, bro. We love you.
Yeah.
Like, like, so it doesn't really mean anything now. Like, the environment's cool. It definitely is cool to play in, especially those away games when especially when you start cooking. And you hit a shot and the whole gym go quiet. I said, I don't hear y'all now. Y'all was real crazy a second ago. It's nothing better than those road games. So I enjoy the atmosphere it creates, but, like, the awe of it has washed away because, like, at the end of the day, it's just fans.
Yeah, 100%.
They're just fans.
So you've come to, it seems like you've gotten mental clarity on how to deal with that. What are some things or techniques? Because in this space of athletics, like you said, there's a bunch of highs, there's a bunch of lows, a bunch of fans with a bunch of emotions. What are some things that you do? I know for myself, I meditate, I journal, I find times to be with myself and be present and really enjoy the moment. What are some things that you do to kind of get yourself there to have these type of seasons that you're having?
Traveling. After Barcelona, I took like 2.5 week just excursion around Europe. And that was before I was like, oh, let me go travel. I'm already over here. And then just went around and was just like, met some cool people, was seeing things that, people would probably save money for their whole life to hopefully they can go see that. And I'm like, I'll go there tomorrow. It's just like, I'll just go there tomorrow. And then, like, after that experience, I was like, reached this level of joy with it that, it's kind of like my thing now. And so within the team, they know, like, whenever there's an off day, if I can, I will travel, I will go somewhere. I'll try to go to a place I've never been, or if I've been there before, I'll go and like, all right, what didn't I see last time? Let me go see that. One of the moments where I was like really like, I was like, man, life is good is 2 years ago. I went to Rome because I went there before and I had this pizza, and for like out of nowhere, I was like, man, I want that pizza.
Really?
The next off day.
The name of the place?
I don't. I have it saved in my maps. But I went and I was like, you know what, man? I want that pizza. Next off day, I went in there, and then because they remember me from last time, I was like, yeah, what are you doing? I was like, I just wanted that pizza again. And they're like, what? You came here for the pizza? And I was like, yeah, bro. It's just. And then I was like, I ended up seeing the Coliseum, all off of a whim, and I'm like, man, it's a pretty good life right now. Life is lifing at a very good spot right now.
And is that pizza the reason you started doing the food reviews?
No, the food reviews came.
Phonies first, huh?
Phonies first, my boy. Phonies first. But no, that came because there was this lady who it's like Instagram travel something. She has an account in Istanbul, and like I was looking through it, and I was like, man, there's nothing I can eat, but the food looks great, and I like the idea about it. And I was like, I take pictures all the time of my food, so I was like, let's do it. And then my boys told me about Keith Lee. Which I didn't know who Keith Lee was.
Yeah, big time.
And I was like, what? So then I looked at him. I said, the power this man has, bro, it is insane. Whatever he has, bro. I said, what? Yeah. So I was just like, figure, let me do it. And
you say try it, rate it 1 through 10.
We're gonna try it, rate it 1 through 10. And then I was just being like, wow, the power that man has, bro. When he says he's going to a restaurant, I went there, and I was like, it's cool. So like I've done it, and then there's been times too where I'll come in, I'm recording, and like in the restaurant, like I'm in a foreign country, I'm in Poland, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I do vegan food reviews," and they're like, "Oh, what?" And they just start like,
we got the whole
"Well, what do you want?"
Yeah.
And we got this, but this is our favorite customer favorite. They love this, they love that. I'm like, "Oh, this is on us. Don't worry." And I'm like, "Damn, okay, here's my page, you know." So that's what I do.
Right.
But no, it's been good. People love food. You know, I love traveling, trying food. It's the best thing ever to travel and eat some food, and it's really good in a place you've never been, and like you just sit outside and look around like, man, I'm really out here.
Right.
I can't believe I'm here right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I love that experience. I don't know the word for it, but like
I think that's like one of the best things about being in Europe, because it's like 3 hours here, 3 hours here, and you're in a completely different culture.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things, if you can be, adaptive, you can open your mind space to accept different things, experience different things. That's probably one of the best advantages of being over here. It's like you live in the States, you grow up in the States, you play in the States. You can fly from Florida to California. It's kind of going to be the same.
Same stores, same restaurants, same food,
exactly.
same everything.
But being over here, I mean, if you're, open-minded and willing to explore different things, I think, that's one of the best things that you possibly have. And my perspective on life has changed so much since being over here, just because of that exact thing. So I commend you on that, because that's dope.
Absolutely.
So what is your favorite place that you've been to?
Rio de Janeiro.
Really?
Best city in the entire world.
Really?
Absolutely.
Safe?
Absolutely not. When I went to South America, I did my South America tour after the USA thing. Like I said, that summer was the greatest time of my life. I've never been happier in life. And sometimes at night I go to sleep worrying, like, I hope I can get back to there.
You will once you have a kid, but
that's what I heard.
you'll get there.
That's what I heard. I got my cat now, so I'm practicing.
I was like about that.
I'm practicing. But I went to South America because after it, I was like, I told my agent, like, when do I need to be home? He's like, you got to come home immediately. I said, can I at least travel first around here? I ain't been. I'm trying to go to Portugal real quick. He's like, no, I'll come back. So I'll come back, start working out right away. Like I took like 2 days off because like I didn't know. I was like, what do I need to do for this US? Do I need to be like out there Garden Brown full court? Like, I don't want to show up rusty at all. Like let me keep working out. And I was, and then that time passed, and afterward I was like, I can go to South America, can I? I just got to fly right down there. Like it's right under North America. So then I was like, bet, boom. Went to Peru, Buenos Aires, went to Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, and then I went to
You gotta say it with the accent,
Medellin.
though.
Yeah, they told me all the time. They was like, we don't say Rio, Rio. So, all right, Rio de
You gotta
Janeiro.
say it like that.
So I went there, bro. Rio, best place I've ever been, bro. Everything you want in life, everything you want.
Really?
Though they have mountains, if you're nature, they got all that. They got a city life, boom. Weather, I went down there, it was winter. 80 degrees.
Yeah.
I said, this is winter for y'all? He said, yeah, this is a great winter for us. I said, this is crazy. They got all the food you want. If you want to go nightlife, got that. Women, got it, check. Shopping, got it, boom. Everything you want. Like, whatever you want is there.
Yeah.
And then, like, they got this agua de coco. They pick up the coconut, pop, with the little machete, throw the straw in there for you, bam.
coconut water,
It is incredible.
There it is.
It's incredible, bro. You like, can I get quiero agua de coco?
That's fine.
I'm like, wow, it was amazing. Coconut water, that's when I really fell in love with coconut water. That place but it is dangerous. So I had armed security in like every place I went in South America because I was like, man, I've Googled, man. It's dangerous out here.
So you hired security there?
Yes, sir. My security guard was like, some people say you don't need it, but like I've been working in law enforcement for 30 years and I've seen everything. Like they'll take a tourist, they'll like take the tourist, take them somewhere, and then just put the gun in your head and like open your phone, all your bank stuff, send it here.
Wow.
And then after you send it, they let you go.
You don't got much to you.
That's it, but where you going with? What you doing?
I'm breaking my phone.
What you going with, bro? And then like the craziest story, you said like so picture the tunnel, the Avreja tunnel, like the gang members will, boom, 2 SUVs in front of the entry, hop out,
Can't go anywhere.
AKs, walk down the entire line and with
Get
a
all
bucket, phone, wallet, all of it, boom, 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 get back in there and drive off.
And nothing happened.
Nothing happens. I said, oh no.
You went through the tunnel?
No, we didn't. The driver was like, he made sure he did. And then like, it's crazy, like they roll up your windows too. Like when you get to a stoplight, everything rolls up. Because he said the number one crime is people like will wait for your phone. Like if your phone is just sitting there, nobody will steal your phone if it's locked. As soon as they see you on it, grab your phone. And they out of people's cars. Like if you sitting on your phone,
said the same thing.
Yeah.
They reach out in the car, grab your phone on the little scooter. It was like.
So how long were you there?
Not long enough. 5 days.
So you're going back for sure.
I would love to go back. That place is amazing. I had some of the best dessert too in my life there. It was.
We can see some of that on the review on the page.
Yeah, yes sir. It's coming. It's coming. But it was. Oh my gosh. This is a restaurant called Zaza. Wow.
Shout out Zaza.
Wow. Wow. Bro, that place is amazing. Bro, it's a great. And I went to a football game down there. Flamingo.
Probably.
What, man? It was amazing. I went there. So the crazy part is, it's not crazy. The universe is rigged in my favor. So the game I went to, they have this tradition. They rarely do it. But there was this time back then when somebody was like, oh, the Flamingo team is racist because they saw this black dude. There was a black dude on the team. And he was like using like baby powder or some cream on his skin because he was like washing himself. And they was like, oh, look at that. They're making him be white because they don't like black people. So like that's what they said. And then everyone was like, no, it's because, and they was like, forget it, we'll just lean into it.
Yeah.
So this game, when you come into the game, each fan gets like a little packet of baby powder.
Really?
And then soon as the team's announced and right before they start, the entire arena
Throws it.
throws it.
Brahmo.
Yes. Yes, Brahmo, everybody.
Really?
Everybody in Brahmo. So it's like, fop. And you in there with all this smoke, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe I'm here. I don't even love football like that, but this is amazing.
That's dope.
It was great. And then they have this little beer thing. You gotta be careful though too at the game. Like when they don't like something, beers start flying.
Really?
Yeah, so if like it's the offsides call, oh, all you see is beers everywhere. So like the whole game, you like this, bro. It was like, it was great though.
Have you been to a football game out here in Europe?
I went to one in Barcelona. We went as a team to one in Fener, but that's
Completely different experience.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Bro, funny story though. If you're talking about football, Papa Giannis and Nick last year like snuck their way into the Madrid game.
Really?
Before we played Madrid last year at Madrid.
Really?
It was crazy. Jan walks in like, oh, we're Madrid players. Hello, what are you guys doing? Is this how you treat Madrid players? And the security's like, oh, sorry, blah, blah, blah. They end up in the game. Yes. Jan was the one doing all the talking. And because Papa Giannis was there, they was like, all right, you gotta come in. And then like, if we go to shoot around, I was like, bro, we went to the game last night.
That's crazy.
I said, what? How? With what ticket? He was like, Yum. It was crazy.
That's funny.
But you talk a lot about the food you eat, and you have a food company or a hot dog company.
Ooh.
But I think you stated that you can't eat certain foods, so you're vegan, correct?
Correct.
But you own a hot dog company called Harana.
So I have a grilling tray, Harana,
Okay.
where you can grill 2 hot dog buns and toast the bun.
Glizzies.
So this started because I feel like all of us had the same story. We grew up eating hot dogs, right?
True that.
So my mom would toast the buns, but it would always split. So it ended up being like you got to hold together the sandwich, right?
So
and I was like,
falling apart.
I was like, come on now, is it still good? Of course, mom. But like, it's like it's ketchup is all in your hand now, and you like
True that.
you can like this, you know. So I was like, man, I love you could have a toasted bun. So boom, got that. So like I made that, and like I've learned a lot about. You see the stories of business mindsets where people always tell you like, I just didn't accept no. And like, I'm seeing exactly what they mean. Cause like I'll be in contact with a company and they'll be like, oh, this is great. We love it, but not right now.
Yeah.
It's like, damn. You go to the next place, you'd be like, you made this yourself? Like, yeah, man, I paid for it. Like, this is all of his. He's like, maybe next time. And it's just like, I see like exactly what people mean. Like being an entrepreneur, like you just gotta like, keep going, because all it takes is one yes. Mark Cuban said that. You only got to be right one time with an idea. You just got to be right one time. You got to get one yes, and then you can take off from there. So like, even now, I'm still like always like calling, trying to get people like, hey, look at this, check this out, and it's really been a great lesson in life of perseverance. I would say that much. So if you want to learn life lessons, start an entrepreneur career path. You'll learn a lot.
So are you selling them direct to consumer right now? Or are you trying to?
I'm trying to go business to business.
Business, okay.
Because I'm trying to like, like for example, company REI out of Utah. Like I think they're based in their headquarters is in like Park City area.
I might check them out for you.
And
Sure,
then
Mr. Utah over there.
and then so I had a college friend. Her and her husband live out there, and she was like, "Hey, I could talk to them." And they were like, "Oh, we love the product, but like we can't add it to the line right now because like we've met our quota of new products."
Yeah.
So it's like.
So you have a good product. You're just waiting for.
It's
someone.
I'm
waiting for it to hit.
Yeah, just waiting. Like everyone's like, yeah, we love it. It's like we'll love it more then. Like we'll love it a little bit more. Because I'm really like, I just want that to take off. Because after basketball, bro, I don't. They were like, oh, you want to be a coach? You want to be a GM? Like, nah, bro, I'm trying to travel, bro. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah.
I'm trying to disappear.
Yeah.
With Harana grilling hot dog money. I don't even eat hot dogs, bro. I see y'all. I just pop up at a reunion or something. Like, what's good? Yeah. But other than that, like.
So you say you grew up eating hot dogs, obviously. When did you become vegan? What was the mindset behind it, and how did that happen?
After the start of Summer League, I was with the Knicks for Summer League my first year. And I was
right after college?
Literally right after college. And I was like, man, I can't be, in college, like, it's like lift 7 times a week.
Yeah.
Heavy. So it's like, and it's the Big Ten, so it's like low key, like football, football league. So I was like, I can't be running around like this, bro. I'm not Bron, bro. I can't be carrying all this weight. So I just Googled how to lose weight, went vegan.
That's all it was.
I went to a place the day before and got a chicken wrap with a smoothie. The next day, I got the vegan wrap with a smoothie.
Really?
Just like that.
And never went back?
Never went back. But I will be honest, though. Like, I'm not married to being vegan. It's not like I don't do it for the animals, or it's like I'm not like the environment. I just do it for my body and my health. And, like, people are like, oh, you got to cheat. And I was like, yes. When I traveled to Venice, and they said, this is the best cannoli in Italy. I said, give me that thing. I'm going to eat that cannoli, bro. I have one life, bro. I'm not going to pass up on the best cannoli in Italy because I'm trying to be vegan. Like, come on, I'm not going to die. Give me that damn cannoli. You know what I'm saying? So, like stuff like that, I'll eat something if it's like, my mother, it was her 50th birthday. There was the cupcakes. I said, Mom, come on. Yeah. Give me that cupcake, Mom. Not going, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but other than that, I try to stick to it. I've seen the results from it. I've had teammates who've, as a 10-month season, as the season goes on, guys get these wear and tear injuries, nagging injuries, and like I've always been good from those, as the season goes on, and then like guys get inflammation injuries, and you go, hey, Derek calls this inflammation. And he cuts out Derek for a month. He's like, hey, dude, my knee feels so much better. And I said, crazy, huh? Crazy.
Is it challenging to be vegan in Turkey?
That's what I was gonna ask too,
because obviously the culture out here is a lot of different meats and stuff like that, doner, all that. Do you have a chef or?
No, we have a team chef.
And he does your vegan
shout out
stuff?
Recep.
Does he cooks vegan?
He does. I mean, but Turkish food generally, like besides the meat, like they have all the mezes. Yeah. Which like
so you rock out on mezes.
Yeah, you just rock out on all that. I get my I have my little protein shakes I take and stuff to try to get my my protein. But other than that, it's not really that hard. The options aren't like it's not like New York or Dallas or something. It's not like a restaurant in every little area that's got something, but it's enough to get by. I found a couple of places I really love, and there's this place called Ethik, this bakery.
Was it the one you went to in the EuroLeague thing?
You brought them croissants.
You brought the honey,
bro.
Asian side?
No, European side. No, it is the Asian side. Yeah.
What's it called?
One of those Ethik.
Ethik.
Or Etike. It's French pronunciation.
I want to. What do you say we should get?
The croissant is our top 5 croissant of all time. Top 5 croissant of all time.
Need that.
It is amazing.
You're in that place every week, daily.
Low key, I order from there. Like,
really?
I'm trying to cut back on my like dairy consumption. Because I'm trying to like lock in. But
are you tapped in with seed oils or no?
I'm not, but I would love to be.
Break it down for us, Elijah.
I'm open to expanding into things.
If we really want to break it down, so you have seed oils where you have canola oil, soybean oil.
Those stuff are bad for you, right? Seed oils are horrible.
All bad for you.
All right, so I try to use those.
Well, because the problem is you use these oils and they become oxidized and basically create inflammation in your body when you heat them up. When they're not heated up, they're not as bad, but it's better to use ghee, butter, tallow, coconut oil to cook with. Those are better for
What
your
about
body.
avocado oil?
Avocado is really good. It has
Okay,
a high,
I was gonna say they have a high, it's a high cook point.
high
Yes,
smoke
sir.
point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Dr. CB, I read that. He talked about you can cook with avocado oil. So I cook with avocado oil.
So a lot of people don't know that. I think that this is so off tangent, but I think the big epidemic we have now is people are addicted to seed oils and sugar. Those are two things that are creating obesity, and it's not
for sure.
It's not the cholesterol that the American Heart Association has basically led us to believe. But we can talk about that another time. I'm very big
man,
on
we breaking
health.
all the nutritional facts, everything. Get it all here on
I am not your doctor. Please consult your own physician to do your own research. I'm telling you what worked for me.
100%.
But no, I tried to stay away from. Someone was like, yeah, I cooked this with some sunflower. I said, get away from me.
Exactly.
You're trying to kill me?
Exactly.
You use a lot of olive oil?
I use extra virgin olive oil.
Right, yes.
And if you want to get very specific into it, you want to make sure it's cold pressed. You
Cold pressed,
want
right.
to make sure it's hard overseas. You want to make sure it's coming from the same place. If you look at Costco in America, you'll see some from Chile, some from Argentina, some from there. And you can't really, you want it to come from the same place so you know exactly everything is met to a standard. But yeah, I think like you said before, we talked about it before, I think health is wealth and you only get one body.
You only get one body.
And our body is how we pay the bills and take care of stuff. So for professionals that don't do that, it's kind of hard sometimes. And you talked about Steph before in terms of taking care of sleep, diet, all that stuff adds up, gets you to the court where you feel 100% to, be conditioned and shape.
Those extra like 4 years,
Exactly.
That's a lot of money in 4 years. You can make, you know what I'm saying? If you take care of the body.
But yeah, so you said you had the Hotdog company, but you also have a clothing company too called Wise, correct?
Yes, Wise Guy. So I'm gonna say this, and I know you agree with me about positive speaking things. Yeah. I'm really a genius, honestly.
You gotta believe it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See,
if you don't, I always say I'm my biggest fan. I started posting my own highlights, and we had this.
I'm not as mad at you anymore after the game. I'm not as mad. I'm still mad, but not as mad.
I won't say his name, but we had a coach in the past. Basically, I posted my highlights, come back from an injury. I was trying to get myself back, trying to speak into existence.
Exactly.
Not to say I'm better than the team or that.
Right.
It's for me. If I'm a better player, then the team's better. Everyone's better. So like, posting my highlights, and the coach was upset that I posted my highlights. I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I'm trying to be the best Elijah Bryant I can be for the team. If that's the case, you will be a better coach. The team will be better. Like, it has nothing to do with ego. It's just, I want to be the best I can be. So I try to tell young guys too that, like, you brought it up earlier, we can bring it up. You talk about, I'm done being humble.
Yeah, 2 years ago I gave up being humble.
And you can speak on that. Why is that?
So I met this girl, and I was buying my mother some perfume in like a Sephora or something. And I met this lady, and she was talking about being humble is just to make other people feel more comfortable. Like, if you're amazing, like, be amazing, and then you will be around people that are amazing, and they'll continue to lift you up until you get to the next group of people. And I said, thank you. And I walked away with all this perfume. And then I saw a video again, and it was like, by being humble, like, you tell the universe what you want. So I don't know, whatever people believe in, it all comes to the same thing of, like, speaking the stuff you want, whether you're speaking to someone you believe in, an entity, the trees, nature, or whoever. Like, if I tell the universe, someone's like, yeah, like, you can have this, and you're like, no, I don't need all that. This is fine. The universe is listening, like, okay, well, that person says you could have got this, but you fine with just a little bit? There you go.
The power of the subconscious mind.
So you're giving, like, you told the universe, I don't need all that. Like, boom. Somebody's like, and then the video, I find the video and send it to you. And the video, like, and this guy was talking about, he says, like, down with all acts of humility. And, like, the example he gives is, like, somebody was like, hey, Shane, you look good. He said, if somebody say you look good, you stand up and look better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then, like, if somebody says, like, like in the black community, somebody be like, oh, man, I'm just trying to be like, he be like, nah, man, you got it, big dog. And it's like, nah, when somebody being like, oh, you rich, like, I started saying, like, yes, and what's crazy? I have even more money coming in. That's what's crazy. And then they look at you weird. I'd be like, well, why would I say, if someone's like, oh, you rich, why would I be like, no.
Then you're speaking that into the universe, and it's going to
So I just told the universe, no.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
For sure.
Why would I say that?
Yeah.
That makes no sense. So, like, I stopped doing all that, and then that helped me in basketball. I was
going to say, what has that done for your confidence, like, on the floor?
Oh, it's tremendous. Yeah. Like, another thing I've learned is, like, there's no secrets in the universe. So whether you want to be a producer, basketball players, a painter, architect, or whatever, there are people who have reached a pinnacle of perfection or near it, and they've told you exactly how they've done it. They've showed you how they've done it, and it's been documented. And if you look at those people, all have egos.
Yeah, absolutely.
All of them. All of our idols and heroes, whatever field you're in, all have egos. And you have to, because like, it's like you said, it's the belief in yourself. Like, well, I don't believe I can go out there and I can score 21. I can 50. Score the last 11 points of the game. I can lead my team to win the Turkish or the President's Cup. Like, if you don't believe that, then like
no one else will.
Your teammates won't. Your coach won't. Like, so you don't get it done. Like, you have to have that mindset. And it's like people who are like not comfortable in what they want to do in life will like tear it down and be like, maybe you should be a little more humble, or you have like no.
It's something they're dealing with.
Yeah, because they don't have it. Exactly. It's like, nah, get away from me with that. I'm gonna be surrounded by people who believe in themselves and believe in me. And if somebody believes in themselves more, I'm like, damn, how I get there?
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards, for example. Yeah. When he told them I'm the number one option, it was not a joke.
I believe that shit.
He literally believed that. He also understands that. Okay, that's Steph, Bron, KD.
Yeah.
Like, he understands that that's Steph, Bron, KD, and like, I know these guys. Like, he respects them more than like. There's no disrespect when he says that, but like we were on the bench. He like, look, I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna do me. These old heads gonna have to keep up. I'm like, do that then. And then like the joke was always like, Brown was like, shoot, you know I'm an old Chevy. I got to get the engine warm. And Ed was like, nah, I'm pushed to start. so before every game, he'd walk up and be like, go get him. He said, I'm pushed to start. I'm ready. Yeah. And like, he really believed that. He said, I'm the number one option. Yeah. Y'all got to play with me.
But by doing that, he made the team better.
By doing, yes. Yeah. He said, whenever I get the ball, I'm cooking the dude in front of me. And if I can't, I'm going to swing it. And guess who I'm swinging it to?
Right.
The greatest players of all time.
Right.
Like, he really believed that. And I'm sitting there watching that because I'm thinking, like, oh, you be playing with Bron, Steph, KD. He loves KD. Yeah. Right. Loves KD. Yeah. Greatest player of all time to him. Yeah. So I'm like, damn, maybe he'd defer to KD. They're working out after practice. He's shit talking KD. He said, I'm better than you. Yeah. I'm like, and you need a delusional confidence to do 100%. Anything you want great. And he has it, bro. That's 100%. Why, like, you see it when he plays. His talent, his charisma, his character. Like, he really believes, like, nobody out here is better than me.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Yes.
Crazy.
And, like, either you'll be, like, scared off by it because of your insecurities.
Or you gravitate.
Or, like me, I'm looking at it like, all right, so when I go to Fener, I'm like, all right, this is how I need to carry myself. Yeah. You got to he puts in the work. Yeah. He has surrounded himself with good people. He does what he needs to do, and he has this delusional confidence. Like, okay, cool. So now I should do the work, good people, be a good person, delusional confidence.
I think another big thing, you talking about how Ant has charisma, he has delusional confidence, all that stuff. I think another thing, he embraces his failures as well. Mm-hmm. You see him when he plays bad, maybe game 2 last year. Mm-hmm. One of the games he said, I didn't show up tonight. What do you think about that? You think that's a big component to becoming a great player?
Got to be honest with yourself. Again, it's another thing. There's no secrets. All the greats have done that. You've seen Kobe, rest in peace, sit up there and say after a game. You've seen MJ take something on the shoulder. You've seen LeBron take losses and bad games on the shoulders. You've seen KD, you've seen like all the guys that were on that team have been in moments where they've been like,
all right,
I'll be better next game. And then they go out and they do that. I mean, you got to be honest with yourself. First of all, like, there's delusional confidence, but that also comes with honesty. You have to be honest with your abilities, with the work you put in. You can't cheat yourself. And you for sure like can't go out there and just be like, nah, that was on them. Because like, that type of, like, you just don't see that. That's what I'm saying. There's no secrets. Like, the greats don't, like, you don't see them do that. Like, they don't, even if the team did have a bad game, and it was like, I got to be better. But you had 35. If I had 40, we would have won. So I got to get back in the gym. Like, there's no secrets. Like, you see the greats do that. And then if you want to be great, like, Jay-Z gave an interview about that. Like, Michael Jordan and Kobe, I'm like, yeah, so this is my trainers. This is what I did. This is what I worked out. And he said, you got kids growing up, and you're like, you want to be great. Are you doing what they did? No, I don't get up at 4, but I go to the gym at 12. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, he told you what he did. Yeah. He told you exactly what he did to be great. Yeah. So either you'll follow it 100%, 90%, 80%, and do what you can to get from it. Obviously, there's a level of talent that some people just naturally have more. Talent is evenly dispersed, you know? So like some people just are more talented than you, but like you can always control like work ethic and you can catch and minimize gaps.
Yeah,
and then you see the greatest with the most talent usually end up having the craziest work ethic. And then that's when you reach levels of Mount Rushmore.
So you say you gave up being humble 2 years ago.
Yes, sir.
And that has obviously impacted your confidence.
Tremendous effect on life.
Would you say the last 2 years of your career after you gave up the humble have been the best 2 years of your career?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
they have been. Giving up being humble, and then also my summer work with Micah Lancaster and Charlie Torres, who I trained with. I went to Micah Lancaster to help me with my shooting, and like I've always worked hard. And the best analogy I can give is like you go out in the forest and it's like you got the axe, but like I'm holding the axe by the metal part, and I'm just hitting the tree with the wood, and it's like
referring to your mechanics or
it's like I'm working harder than y'all. I know I am, and I'm hitting the tree, and it's like okay, I'm making space. I'm like he's not working hard as me. Why is he over there? I know he's not working hard as me, and I'm still I'm swinging, and then like Nigel, my son, turn it around. What? Oh my gosh! What? This is how you hit a tree down? So like my level of work ethic and the belief of stuff I knew I could do, like my mechanics wise and my basketball caught up to that, and then that's why that jump was like. It's like
so you feel like you're still going this way?
Absolutely. The game is like in slow motion now. Like just being around guys and like my trainer Charlie learned how to manipulate the game. Like I know like exactly like I'm coming down the court.
I know you're gonna pump fake.
Exactly, but see, that's everybody knows that. I'm gonna spin baseline.
Yeah, your footwork's elite, and I already know that.
I'm gonna spin baseline. I'm going to pump fake, but it still works.
Yeah,
you know,
guys aren't disciplined to stay down. Yeah.
There's another, like Kobe said, you just need one move. Kobe has one move, pull up.
Yeah.
Everything else after that is a counter. Yeah. In the post, I have one move. I want to go to a right jump hook because it's very easy for me. Yeah. I'm going to go, you're going to cut it off. I'm going to shot fake. And what you're going to do, you're going to lift. I'm going to shot fake again. You're out of position. I'm going to reverse pivot. That's what I did to Jordan. Yeah. And then there's a goaltender.
I said, stay down. Don't go in his face.
It's going to work. So, like, you know, just lock in with stuff like that. And just, like I said, just swinging the axe better. And then the confidence I had now as I gotten older, you know how it is. I don't know the moments for each of you, but there was a moment where it was like, wait a second, everything is slow out here now. Like basketball is slow. Like, am I moving fast? Like you ever feel like on the court you going slow, and then you watch film and you're like, oh, like okay, I had good speed to it, but like I felt like on the court, like that's why I feel now these last 2 years. Yeah. I've been out there, I'm doing moves. I'm like, Naj, you are never going to score on this guy doing this move. And then you watch the highlights and I watch the film back and I'm like, oh, that's good speed, that's good pace, that's good tempo, but like it just feels now like it's so good. And that's how I work out. So like before the game, like everything I do in the footwork, like I literally do in slow motion. Yeah. Like my goal has been these last 2 years from watching Luka is like slow down, because pace is speed. It's not speed. Like running really fast isn't like how you do anything. Like if I'm just always like this, like I can, okay, that's easy. Yeah. But
stop go. Yeah.
Right.
Like that's how you beat people. 100%. So like I've been going, I literally walk and and then I lay the ball up. So then when I'm on the court, like naturally anxiety, you know, adrenaline.
Everyone else is so used to moving so fast. So they're like,
adrenaline's there, anxiety. So when I come down the court, in my mind, I'm going, and I listen to classical music when I do it. So like I'm hearing Vivaldi in my head. I'm going, there we go.
When did that start, the classical music stuff?
When I was like in junior high, like it's just like classical music. And then like as I got older, and I started realizing, like, when I work out or when I be in the gym with someone listening to rap, like, music is vibrations. Vibrations are energy. So if you listen to rap music and somebody's like
killing, it's gonna happen.
Shot, kill, caught my ops, blah blah blah, and you see people work out, like when they miss a shot, they're like, damn, you know, like everybody's angry. True. You listen to classical music, like I'm listening to Cello Suite Number 1. I miss a shot, it's like.
I'll make the next one.
I should probably just snap my wrist harder, and it's gonna go in the next time.
It keeps you in that growth mindset.
Yeah. For sure.
Mindset,
and it puts your body in these nice, like this nice good waves of like always growth And you can see that. You've seen the videos with like the sand, when they play like rock music and the pattern the sand makes. They play rap music, the sand makes, and they play classical music, and it makes this like sacred geometry pattern, and it's like, wow. Yeah. Like, if it can do that to sand and do it to water, you know, you 70+% water, you know? Like, what do you think it's doing to you when you listen to all of that and you're trying to like work on something? So just put on my classical music, slow motion, do my moves, and get out there on the court. Same thing. Like Kobe said, just work on your shit and do what you work on. That's all I do on the court. I try to never do anything I don't practice. I never want to go out there.
We said that. He knows his game. He knows what he's good at, and he sticks to it.
I'm never going to go out there and be like, man, give me this dude. I need to do. I'm going to get out here and like Elijah, get in my bag. That's not my game. That is not my game. I'm going to do what I work on. I'm going to work on what I'm going to do.
But I think to argue with that, sorry to cut you off, that takes some humility, though.
You think so?
I think so. To know that that's not my game.
No, Art of War, Sun Tzu. I know what I'm going to do. I know what you're going to do. Yeah. So like then I should never lose a battle. But it's not tennis. I have teammates. You know, you have teammates. So like I can't control everything that happens, but like I know exactly what move I'm going to do, and I know exactly where I'm going to do it at. Cool. So now when I go into battle, the guy who's guarding me, I know how you guard. I know how you guard. I know your team's defense. I know what you're going to do. So I put myself in the best positions for my work, and then I manipulate it to put myself in the positions for how you guys are going to play defense with me. So like I don't want to post up the mismatches because I know you're coming baseline help. I can't score from there. Yeah. I want to do post up mismatches like off of the quick switch. So as soon as I catch it, no one's there. I don't want to do that because then it looks easy. It's like, oh no, I just got the mismatch. I don't want that one. Like I don't want to post up Shane. It's harder to score that way. First of all, it's hard scoring on smaller people. It is not easy to back somebody down small. Exactly. It's not easy. And then plus, I don't get near the rim, so I end up taking like a fadeaway. I don't want to play against like that. I'd rather play against Jordan, who's going to play me one-on-one. And then I can see, okay, where are you at? Ah, here comes Dan. Okay, here comes, there's a pass. Art of War. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Do I make all my shots? Of course not. But like,
I will say that in the cup game, when we were watching, obviously I didn't play. I was saying like, he just playing the right way. He's not doing anything crazy, but he's playing every possession. It seemed like he was making the right read, the right play. So that was
the one you got to switch on me. I went over top and I had 2 or 3 fouls and I can't foul, let him go. But you swinged it to Hall. I was like, damn, like, I thought he was gonna lay
because
it
that's what because I know that. So like I'm getting the switch in my mind. I'm going 1, 2, 3. I think, what's his name? Thompson did this. He ran over two one time. As soon as the ball's in the air, I know, because it's like, it's instinct. Oh, Nigel's there. We can't.
Everyone's going to collapse,
Like, I'm already throwing the pass in my mind before the ball even gets there, and I know exactly who's going to be there and where they're going to go. So it's just like, just manipulate the game. Like, I just want the ball here so I just want to touch the ball. First option is to score the ball. If I don't get it, how can I get somebody else the ball? But I have to score first. Like that's 100%. The mindset.
100%. So, obviously, your confidence has been growing. You've had 2 great seasons back to back. There's one specific moment that we need to speak about. Last year, Albert Berlin, Mr. 50. How did that happen? Did you know going into that game that you're about to go off? And then I'm gonna ask some additional questions once you start answering.
How did it happen? The night before, DeJounte Murray shot 44 shots. It was the most shots since Kobe in the game. He had like 44 points, I think. We can fact check that, something like that. But it was like 40.
DeJounte Murray shot 10.
It was like 44 shots he shot, maybe. He had like 44, 46 or something. And it was the most shots since maybe Kobe or something. And I was like, damn. And I pride myself on being efficient. And I told my boys, if I ever got 40 shots in a EuroLeague game, I might have 100.
Sure.
So like I told them, I said, and that shoot around, Sertaj, we're in the training table. I'm like, hey, Sertaj. He was like, nah, did you see DeJounte? I said, yeah, I'm shooting 44 times a day. And he looked at me like, okay. I was like, all right, cool. We go do shoot around, hotel, blah, blah, blah. We come back. And right before we go on the court, I said, Sertaj, remember what I told you? 44. Right before I went on the court, I text my boys, DeJounte Murray shooting night. Boom. Text them that, put my phone in my locker, went out on the court.
Turn the classical music on?
No, that classical music was 3 hours before the game. I get there 3 hours and do my warm-up. And then I played my classical music, and I had a good shoot. I told the guys, wow, I said,
It's feeling right.
It's feeling good. It's lining up. Yeah. Go out there on the court right before the names are announced. Sertac, I said, I'm shooting it every time I touch it. Sertac, every time. And then as soon as the tip came, the play was not even for me. The first play was I get the ball, someone's pressuring me at half court, and I'm like, boom, lay the ball in. I laid the ball in like 6 seconds. And I said, oh no. I got one shot, and it was in 6 seconds, and it was a layup.
It's up.
Literally. After that, then I think Nick found me on my next 4 shots. It's like boom, boom,
What did you
boom.
have in the first quarter of that game?
18.
18 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So now, Sada sits you down for a while, I remember.
He did, bro, because he didn't know, obviously, that I'm going to score 50, but in my mind, I'm like, oh, I could. Why am I coming out?
When you scored 18 in the first quarter, you were like, all right, I'm going for it. The record.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your record, 49.
My record.
No, so here's how it happened. I got 18. I said, ooh. No, there's no, like, record didn't exist to me.
Right.
I was just like, I'm shooting it every time. I said, oh, man, I'm cooking. I'm going to have a new career high. Like, that was as far as I was thinking. And then I sit out the whole almost second quarter because that's my rotation. And I'm like, damn. I get back in. I get a 3. Halftime, 21.
Right.
Said, oh, man, who knows what I could have if I played. At halftime, I asked Ilker, who's our media guy. I said, what's the Fenerbahce record for points in the game? And he was like Fenerbahce overall or like EuroLeague? I said, both. He said, I'll figure out. I go in the locker room. I come back out, and he was like, it's 43.
Fener does?
Yeah, the Fenerbahce record is 43. So I was like, I told Shars, like, I'm going for the record.
So you told him at halftime?
Yeah.
Really?
Right before the game started, I said, I'm going for the record. And he looked at me like,
right.
What? As he's drawing up a play. Yeah, I said, I'm going for the record. Yeah. So we go out there, and it's like, boom, I'm shooting, bang, bang, bang. I missed a couple threes, right? So it's like I haven't scored a point in like a minute or two. So I'm like, damn, nah, I thought we was going for it. And he was like, nah, stop shooting so many threes. 10 seconds later, corner 3, shot it, bang. Said, I'm putting them up. Yeah. So I'm shooting it, and then like I'm in the 20s, 30s, or whatever. And then the guys are like, all right, it was fine, nice. So I'm like, cool, cooking, I'm going for it, guys.
I feel like you came out again, though. Because I was watching the game.
I did.
I was watching the game, and I'm sitting there. I think you had 38, 40 something, and they subbed you out. I turned it off. I was like, all right, I'm safe.
I had 44. I had 44. So like, in the third, as it's going, in the fourth, I'm like, blah blah blah, and Charles knew like, okay, I told him I'm going for the record. And he's like, what's the? So it's 43. So like, once I get 44, like I said, I didn't even like. I didn't know what you had. Like, I was going for, like, career high. Then I was like, what's Fener? So when I scored my layup, I went and fouled the guy.
Right. Then you came out.
And then I came out. And then Ilkera walks behind the bench, and it was like, Naj, you're going to kill me. And I'm like, why? He said, the EuroLeague record's 49. And I said, there's like 3 or 4 minutes left. I can get 6 points, bro. Yeah. So then I go up to Charles and I told him.
You was thirsting, boy.
Absolutely.
He was cherry picking.
Absolutely. I said, look, Charles, I'm going back.
I would have done
the record's 50. I'm going, and then the whole gym starts going like
for sure.
6. Like the whole gym saying 6, and I'm like,
how was the other team reacting? Like, because I'm not gonna lie, if I was doing that, you're not. I'm found.
Bro, so like the whole game before, it was just like I'm cooking. When I come back in, then all of a sudden there's 2 guys everywhere. Everyone's Gary Payton.
Right.
You know. So I'm like, damn. So I come back out, and then it is tough to get these buckets, bro. It is extremely tough. I cherry picked on like 2 of them.
For sure. I'm like, look at
this guy. I cherry picked on like 2 of them where I'm like, you gotta get it how you can.
I need it.
I feel that.
And then like, shout out to, like I said, my teammates got me the record because like, Seamus and Yam are picking up. We're up 40. Seamus and Yam are picking up like we're down 1, bro. They're like, Seamus and Yam come to me like, Naj, don't worry, we'll get you the ball. Thanks, guys. They're picking up crazy. Boom, 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 boom. And then, like, the one time I catch it, I pass it. 3 people on me. I pass it. They foul the dude immediately. I think it was Papagiannis. I said, all right, so if I pass it, they're fouling. I have to. And then Seamus on the sideline. This is when I'm at 48. So it's like.
It was like a sideline out of bounds. You caught it. You just went.
Yeah, so like that sideline, bro, I'm like, oh, my God. How am I? It was 3 people in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm standing there as like kind of close to our free throw line. There's like boom, 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 3 people. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna get the ball. But before that play, Sheamus is like, denying, steals the ball, goes off the guy. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Right.
And then Papagiannis, bro, he's like faking like he's hurt. And the guy guarding him was just like, oh, okay. And then he sprints to half court. And I'm like, who are you throwing? Oh my gosh, yes. So I go sprint. Over and back, by the way.
For sure.
100%.
I was watching.
100% over and back.
Yeah.
Over and back, I'm going, and in my mind, boom, slow motion, just like the movies.
Yeah.
I'm looking like, nah, this is it, bro. You wrote this shit down, bro. Here it comes.
Right, left, Euro.
Yeah. I lay it up. It bounced once. I said, did you miss the fucking layup? I don't want to make a suicide joke, but I would have been close, bro. If it bounced on the rim, and I'm like, and then when it went in, like, I was, I don't know the word. We don't have the word in English, but like, you know, deja vu is like, I've lived something I've experienced, but like, this is the opposite. It's like, I'm living something I've dreamed about being in. Like, I've gone to sleep going, I'm gonna get that record one day.
Right.
I don't know when, but I'm gonna get it. And then like, as soon as it goes in, I'm like, damn. Like, there's a moment where I look up at the scoreboard and I'm like, I can't believe I just did that.
It is crazy though, in Europe to look up there and see 50.
It
was
like, insane. Like, I looked up and I'm like, wow, you really did it, Nigel. It's crazy. Yeah. Get to my phone, it's 400 text messages.
Sure. I lived it, so. But everybody said, how did I feel about it? I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, records are meant to be broken. But it just continues to set the bar higher and higher and higher. And mine lived for, what, 4 years? I don't know, I think I did in 2019.
I remember watching the video of that. That's when I really wanted to do it. When FS put out the video, like of them going back through your record, and I saw that, I said, man, like I need to establish, how can I establish myself like in like basketball? Like when I'm done, like what can I do? And it was like the most important thing in basketball, scoring. I have to do that.
So yeah, I mean, congrats.
Didn't Ottoman take you out though?
Ottoman for sure took me out.
So you could have got more.
I could have about 55.
Easily. I told you.
But same with him though.
All right, 50 in 29 minutes, bro.
That's crazy.
It's 29
if
minutes.
I'm a coach, dog,
let him go.
And my player has 18 in the first quarter. Why is he coming out?
He shouldn't come out, bro.
Run it up.
Die.
Right.
Die out there.
Until you say, all right, get me one.
Go until you can't go anymore,
so
bro.
It's really Ottoman's fault that shit popped out like that, but regardless, for real, congratulations, bro.
For sure.
I'm happy for you, bro. Records are meant to be broken, and we'll see how long that lasts, and hopefully it lasts forever. But if not,
Marcus Howard, boy.
It's not lasting. The only thing that, like with the record being broken, the only thing I can hold on to is being the first for 50. You know what I'm saying? Like at least like I'll always like. Records are meant to be broken, so like whenever it does come, like it'll be like, you know, congratulations, but it'll always be like, at least I was the first. At least I was the first to get there.
You obviously have that career game, and you go to your first Final Four. What's your thought process in going to this Final Four? Obviously, delusional confidence. We're gonna win this.
I really wanted to play Pana because the way that game went in Athens, we had a horrible shooting night. It was my second game back from injury too, and it was just a horrible shooting night for us, and we were still in the game. So I was like, oh, we're not having a horrible shooting night tonight. We can't have one of those. So we're playing and we're going, and then we were down and we came back to a point, and then
you got
it just didn't go our way. You know, it didn't go our way. And that's my high school coach always said that we play this game to get to the ultimate highs of winning, and the flip side of that is sometimes you don't win. And
so obviously that happens, but you recover, you go out, you win Turkish League. Obviously you win finals, MVP in the Turkish League, and then you sign an extension. Congratulations on that.
Thank you, sir.
Now, new team, new teammates. How do you feel about the team right now, and what are your expectations for the year?
Just an adjustment period. We have new guys, and learning Shara's system is like, it's a very it's a system. He has like things he wants for a lot of aspects, a lot of actions in the game, and it just takes some adjustment. You know, guys are coming from different systems where maybe there was less rules and they got adjusted to this, or maybe there was too many things that maybe too many rules are too confusing, they got to adjust to this, or just things they never heard of, different terminology. So we just have to adjust, get some chemistry, gel as a team. Don't let the the European fire alarm go off of if we lose a couple games, get rid of the whole team, start over from zero. You know, we don't want to like let that noise get inside. You know, so we just gotta just grow and adjust, and hopefully there won't be too many bumps and bruises. But when they do come, like, just try to get through them as fast as possible.
And what are the goals? Obviously, I feel like we clearly know what that is.
Yeah, we all have the same goals. Every team has the same goal, man. You know, we all want to go to a Final Four. We all want to win EuroLeague. We want to win every trophy we can. We already lost one.
It's life. You win
it is life. You win some, you lose some. You win some, you lose some. So I just try to put ourselves in position. The only thing I want is and ask is that like we're just healthy at the right time.
Yeah.
Because that's the difference between winning and losing. Is like when it's time for that trophy, like are we all healthy? And then if we are, then like whatever happens, happens, you know. But it's the worst to, you know, in a situation to get somewhere. Like last year, Mott didn't play. He maybe played a couple minutes.
Absolutely.
And he matches up tremendously with Lessort. Like the idea was like, all right, how do we cancel out matchups?
Right.
Like for the big guys we had, it's like his mobility, it was hard for them to handle.
Right.
But Mott would have matched up well. That would have been like a matchup like, cool, if he gets 20, Mott got 18 or 22.
Right.
So like them two, you know what I'm saying? Like play hard against each other, similar style, cancel each other out. And not having Mott out there, like, not to reach for excuses, but like, you know, he was Jonathan Mott, he had tremendous year, tremendous talent. So him not having him out there definitely hurt. We had to play different. So just as long as we're healthy, hopefully we can get to the opportunities to win. And if it's meant to be, meant to be.
Before you signed your contract extension, there were some rumors that you may be trying to get back to the NBA. Was that true or?
It's very true. I love to go back to NBA. I love to be home. I love to be in America. The small things, like you talked about the adjustments. Like the smallest one, the most like one you only think about is like, do I know Turkish? Yes. Am I fluent? No. But like I would love to go into the grocery store and not have to translate my head.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like little, like something little like that.
Exactly.
Like I just want to go in the grocery store and be like, what do I want? There it is. I know exactly what that says. Not like I have to look at it and go, okay, I know what that is. What's that? Okay, what's that? I don't know what that is. Let me pull out this Google Translate. Let me see what, like, just little stuff like that, you know? Like, just to be able to, like, But, no, I would love to. Obviously, it's every Hooper's dream when they growing up to be there. It'd be great to be there, but, like, always be where your feet are. My feet are with Fenerbahce jersey in Istanbul, so, like, all I can do is do my best to be the best Nigel, and you know, don't worry about future things. That's still present joy. So just try to lock in the best I can.
So obviously, basketball is basketball. That's what you're here for. Istanbul, big city, great city, but you have this cat that is so popular that keeps you sane.
My boy Sly. I'm worried about him now. I haven't been home since 9:30 this morning. So like, I'm worried about my baby.
So how did that whole thing come about, and how much does he mean to you now? So
when I first got to Istanbul, obviously it was like, all right, there was a lot of animals everywhere.
Right.
And it was like, I've always liked cats, and it was like, just, you know, it's just so cute. I think I relate in the sense that like you can't force a cat to like love you or give you affection. Like cats pick and choose. And like I guess there's something about that like maybe I see in myself or like that I like. It's like the cat will come up to you when the cat wants to come up to you.
Right.
So it's like what happened was there was a stray cat. She had her babies in the VIP room, and we had a game. And like the next day or in 2 days, so they had to call animal control, move the cat to another and the kittens to another room. And there was people in the organization that raised the kittens, and I would go up there, give them food, play with them, and then they got to a point where they were like, all right, Naj, like they're either going in the street or are you going to take one? And Kostas, when he was here, Antetokounmpo, Kostas was like, Naj, is he going to be better in the street or with you? I'm like, he's for sure going to have a better life with me. So like, you know, come here, little man. I took my little man, you know, got him his passport, got him all his health stuff. And then like, I did the story with the dodo. And then like, that's when he really like, he doesn't even know. It's just a funny part too. He doesn't even know how famous he is, you know? Like that's the first thing people ask me. Like I'll meet someone and be like, oh my God, how's your cat? Right. I'm fine, thank you. But my cat is doing well. Right. But no, that's my baby. He picks and chooses. You know, as crazy as he is, as many curtains as he ruins, as much stuff as he knocks off the. Like one time when he was a kid, man, I had the glass water, boom, everywhere.
Can't even be mad at him.
And then they don't even be like remorseful, like dogs. Like at least Turbo will look at you like,
I know.
Dad, I'm sorry, bro. That's my fault. Like the cat will look at you like, clean it up. What's taking you so long to clean this up? Put it up there again. I'll do it again. I promise you. So like, guys, just clean it up, man. But like, there's like 5 to 10 minutes where like, when I'm in bed and he'll just come up and lay on my neck and he'll purr and then we'll like rub noses and I'll be like, oh, it's worth it. It's worth it, my little baby. And then he'll like, jump off and go somewhere else. And I'll be like, all right, I'll put up with the other 23 hours of craziness for these 5 minutes.
So obviously you have your cat, but going back to basketball, who's your GOAT in basketball?
I would say Michael Jordan. My stepfather sends me something all the time about Michael Jordan being the GOAT.
What about the competition though he was playing against back then? That's what we always argue. Like they were wearing Converse. Like
they were. They
were wearing Converse.
That's crazy. I only say it because like the stuff he did and the time he did it is incredible. Like the competition, I mean I can't speak to that. You know, talent grows and talent develops. Obviously, I mean, they didn't have any Kevin Durant's back then. That's for sure.
LeBron James.
Didn't.
Victor.
101. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Come on now. Didn't have any steps running around like that. What? So I can't speak on, but the things he did objectively, like you look at the numbers, it's like he did some crazy things in some years, bro. Like,
and he took some time off.
And he did. He was holding on to scoring records and records without playing as many games. And he went to college for 3 years, right?
Was 3 years?
I don't think it was 3 years.
Fato.
Did he go to college 2 or 3 years?
That's Mr. Jordan over there too, so he should know.
He wasn't one and done. I'll say that much. And he didn't come out of high school.
Yeah, for sure.
So like that's already 2 years right there.
I know for sure went for 2. I know for sure.
Yeah.
There's 2 years already he didn't get that most players got on him that have records and stuff. So like he did that with the time he took off, and he's holding on to records like that. Like, and then he's one of the few players to win like DPOY MVP, Finals MVP, gold medal.
Got them all.
2 3-peats.
Yep.
Like the stuff it's insane. Honestly, he never has scored under. I think you can fact check this too. Like, I think he's never scored under 15 points in a playoff game. If he's played in a playoff game, he's never had less than 15.
Go.
Like what? Did you see his second year? He averaged like 28.
Something crazy.
Insane.
I will say I was on that train for a while, but after what I saw LeBron do at this age this summer, like
it's incredible, right?
39. Come on, bro. Like,
it's incredible.
How is this possible? Like, give me the ball, watch out, get out of the way. I'm handling this.
I think the argument is Jordan dominated his era so crazy, and he was flawless. He went 6 finals, 6 wins. So it's like you can't really argue the GOAT debate because nobody's dominated the finals the way that he kind of did in the records and all the things he took time off. That's why like the GOAT is.
But if he took time off, that tells you how the competition was. That he was able to take time off and come back and still run this.
True. So, but you can't. The numbers are the numbers. The stats are the stats. The accolades are the accolades.
Crazy.
The one thing, my argument is always this though.
Conspiracy.
True.
But
true.
Hey.
But hey, in terms of basketball player, if you go.
So who's your GOAT? Who's your GOAT?
Jordan. Okay. GOAT. However, the best basketball player of all time is LeBron James. Body, you can't teach that. Athleticism, skill, IQ, like the guy is the prototype of what you want.
No one can guard him.
If you could 2K make a player,
he could play 1 through 5 and be a great Hall of Fame career at every single position.
He's the only player that started a full season at each position.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, in terms of basketball player, I go him. But in terms of GOAT, I mean, you can't argue what is there. You know, the moments that LeBron would have needed to have to be the GOAT, he maybe didn't show up in 1 or 2 of those moments, and now that's why the conversation is there. If LeBron was 6 for 6, it's not.
How many has he been to? How many finals has he been to? 10. Didn't he go like 6, 7 years in a row?
No. He went 10
It was 10 years in a row?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, man.
I'm never mad. Like I won't argue anyone down. If you say LeBron, yes, hey.
My thing with
No
LeBron
complaint from me,
only
bro.
is until after the summer is that like he was creating the lab, like he said. Like there's been no one ever to. That's why what Steph does is so impressive. Like there's plenty of players that can guard him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if Steph wins another one, is he in that conversation?
In terms of
Greatest point guard of all time or GOAT?
GOAT status.
For sure.
I don't
feel
think
like
you can put him in that, bro.
I feel like GOAT status should be like best friend status. Like it's a tier.
Yeah, sure.
Like you just go through someone's resume and go GOAT. Yep. You belong up there.
If he wins another one, I would say he's up there, the untouchables. Like you can't say no.
Yeah.
But
I like that. You reach untouchable and you can't say no to this person.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
If you say
LeBron,
Jordan,
the GOAT,
you're right.
you can't say no.
Yeah.
You don't need to say yes, but you cannot say no.
That's a good argument.
Exactly.
Because he's done everything and more that, and the case for LeBron is insane though. The pressure he's had, literally coming
the
since
youngest age,
freshman in high school, like you got into the league, like you're supposed to be better than Michael Jordan,
bro. His rookie
and he's done
commercial
everything.
is crazy. Like, have y'all seen that on social media lately? Like his rookie commercial is like he was on Jimmy Fallon's. Like, if you don't go down to be like one of the best players of all time, people are gonna say like you're a bust. And he's like, yeah, man, you know, I'm just gonna try to work hard every single day. And it's like, bro, he's not even played one NBA game yet.
Yeah.
And they talking to him like this, bro. Can you imagine? Like, dog, that's.
Who would you say, has there been anyone like that?
That had that pressure?
That had that pressure
Kareem had it.
Before.
What
about this day and age?
Since, I feel like they give it to a lot of players. Like they compared Ben Simmons to LeBron. I think they did that to Markelle Fultz when he came out. When he got drafted, they did the same thing to him. Obviously, Wembanyama now is.
Yeah, I think that might be the next one.
Wembanyama, I think he's the since like it was like Kareem, LeBron, and then like Wembanyama.
I think he has it if he stays healthy.
There's never been.
Bro,
like,
he's 7'5",
7'5".
7'5". Sham got it.
Sham got it
from the
10 blocks a game.
Stop,
bro. Like
it's insane. Unbelievable.
He got a chance. If he can stay healthy, God willing.
He's got a chance, bro.
Yeah.
He's got a chance. That's all you want in life is a chance.
Facts.
Did he?
Put on 25 pounds or something.
Oh, what? Said y'all was trying to post me up.
Right. All right. These are quick answers. Quick, simple questions. Favorite pregame ritual?
To try to do something different so I don't be superstitious. Is that a superstition then?
Kind of.
Really?
If you're superstitious, to not do something superstitious.
Because I feel like if I fall into a trap of like, this worked, I immediately go, I scored 20 last game, but if I wore the other socks, I might have scored 25. So like I try to do it different because I don't want to fall. Because then you fall into it and I don't have the socks, then you like, where are my socks? Where are my socks? You don't want to do that.
I feel that. What's your go-to song before hitting the court? I'm assuming classical.
Go-to song right now is "Family Matters" by Drake.
Really?
What?
Who won that beef though,
bro? Huh?
Who won that beef?
Huh? It's Twitter says Kendrick.
I'm a Drake guy.
The battle rappers say Drake.
I'm a Drake guy too.
I'm going with.
I don't know, bro. Kendrick might.
Drake's the greatest, one of the greatest artists of all time.
He said like, Kanye.
Kanye
has an argument.
No, yeah. As an art, do you think the greatest artist?
I mean,
of all time.
When you consider artist, that means not just music, right? That means everything. Like,
if you're talking about just discography, then it's a different conversation.
I mean, I guess in terms of
catalog,
like artists, like he produces, he raps.
I think Kanye's so talented in what he does in terms of marketing, in terms of music and stuff. Like, he's in a different category of that in space. But if you go catalog for catalog, Drake.
For musical artists, Drake. I'm rocking with you.
Yeah.
Drake.
That's an easy one.
Favorite Turkish word?
Favorite Turkish word? How do you say like stop? This is like do.
Dur.
But there's like this like do that you guys have.
You can say back to back.
No, that's not what I meant. Then I don't have one then. Not a favorite Turkish word.
How do you say croissant in Turkish?
Kravazan?
That's probably your favorite one.
Bro, you gotta try those croissants, bro. They are amazing.
What was the name of the spot? Well, ask the next question and then.
Oh yeah, your favorite restaurant. What is it called again?
Etik. Perfect. Yes, look at that.
The
only issue though is that it's 100% vegan, and it's not an issue because like I would trick Nick. Like I was like, oh, y'all want some whatever? And be like, oh, this is good. And I'd be like, it's vegan. They'd be like, what? I always make a big deal about it, but like it's fire. Love the place.
I think I might know this answer. Best teammate you ever played with?
Best teammate I ever played with? Nick.
Yeah,
that's what I guess.
Bald Eagle.
Yeah, bought it. Nick was there from the lowest low to the highest high.
And you were with him in Barca too?
Yep, span of 3 years. That's my guy. Whatever Nick need, I'm there. Hit me up. On the way.
What's your favorite thing to do when you're not playing basketball?
Travel. If it's an off day, I'm out of here. I'm trying to learn something, see something, meet somebody, eat some food I've never had, grow a little bit, you know, get out of here, see the world.
Most interesting place you've seen in Turkey, or most interesting place to visit in Turkey?
I would say the bazaar. Like when my friends come, when my friends and family come, like I always like, all right, we got to go there. And like you go in there and it's like an experience they've never had before.
Right.
And like the whole bartering and like all the stuff that's around them and everybody trying to sell you something. Like my friend. Like it's like, unique experience.
What's Toledo, Ohio famous for?
Tony Paco's hot dogs. You know about Tony Paco's. Yes, sir.
So hot dogs are a big thing in Ohio.
In the Midwest
like,
for sure.
So y'all are glizzying down crazy. That's wild.
At some point, you got to grow up. At some point, you got to grow up. I don't know when, but like.
That's facts.
But yes, we don't call them glizzies there though. We just call them nice hot dog. Get you a dog.
Dog.
Catch a game with a dog. You know what I'm saying?
Sports world over there. If you had to give yourself a nickname, what would it be?
I don't know, man. That's a good question. Oh, Carson gave me the nickname Swiss when he was here.
Swiss
Army knife. Yeah.
Do everything.
So like I like that when he said that. I've never had a nickname before, but I like that one.
That's fire. If you weren't a professional athlete, what would you be doing?
I would like to be like one of those travel bloggers where I could just travel and get paid to go places, or like something practical. Love tennis, be a tennis player, or even more practical. Like I think I'd be a great like college professor.
Really?
Yeah.
What would you teach?
Be super. I teach Black and African American history.
Is that why you say what you say before every game?
No, that's just because like it's true. Like you know, you be in some places where like there's a lot of people that don't look like you. And I just want you to first of all stay healthy, but also remember, I'm here for you if you need me. Stay black. That's it.
How would you describe Fenerbahçe's fans in 3 words?
Very, very crazy. Yes.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Practical or?
Let's do both.
Or okay. Teleportation, I think, would be a non-practical one.
Yeah.
A practical one would be that I could know any language of someone that's speaking as soon as I listen to it.
I like that one. Also, like speaking to animals would be dope too.
Yeah.
That would be tough, right?
Man, you and Sly, boy.
I'd be like, bro, what's wrong with you? That would be tough, though, right? Talk to your dog. But you already talked to your dog.
But he can't
He don't talk back. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
Toughest opponent you faced thus far in your career?
Toughest opponent I faced thus far in my career.
Team or player? Either or.
So this is funny. My college guys are like this. There's been like 1 or 2 guys in my career that have like gotten the absolute best of me. Des Wells was one of them.
Des Wells, Ohio State.
And he was at Maryland.
Maryland, Des Wells.
Des Wells was at Maryland. I think he might have transferred there, right?
Right.
Anyways, cooked me that game.
Yeah.
Never gotten over that.
Yeah, really?
It was insane.
Really?
Don't pull up the footage either. It was crazy. That was one of those games
clips on
where I got cooked. We lost that game too.
And there was no excuse to have it. You just got barbecue.
No, bro, because I found out, bro, like being a good, like if you're 6'4" or 6'5", that's a problem. That's the problem height for me to guard. If you're a little bit shorter, I can like give distance and use my length. If you're taller, same size, no problem. 6'4", 6'5", tough matchup. That's a tough matchup. I don't want that matchup. I don't know if that answered the question, but that was just the first thing I thought of being cooked by him. But man, what a time in college. I was, wow.
If you could eat only one dish for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Breakfast food, pancakes or waffles.
Vegan.
Rest of my life, yeah, that's fine. Vegan ones are good. They're fire. I've had some really, really good ones. One of the best ones I've had in the world was in Athens, Mimi's Cafe. They closed down, so send the recipe. But fire pancakes, best pancakes I've had.
Yeah. If you could take one player's basketball skills, whose would you take and why?
Steph shooting, because then I'd be worth 900 million.
Absolutely.
Easily.
Is that the most coveted skill?
Absolutely.
In basketball, because regardless of your athleticism, if you can shoot that thing, you can make that bread anywhere.
I think it draws the defense closer. So we're all like, oh, Steph is so fast, and he looks like the same quickness over the years. But I mean, he just starts shooting it farther and farther, see if they come out.
learn to shoot that thing.
Closer and
Everybody
closer.
out there.
Yeah, no, for sure. That shooting, what?
For
There's
sure.
nothing you can't do on the court when you can shoot like that. You can literally do anything.
Well, there you have it. That's another episode of Off the Record. I want to thank my guy, Nigel, for being here. Elijah, appreciate you, as always. Shout out to Sheraton out the court once again for having us, and see you on the next episode.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and keep it off the record.